We're here with another beautiful, amazing plant. You know, we guys, we have been talking about plants growing around Africa, plants that we have around our environment. But in today's video, we are talking about one beautiful, amazing plant. We call it Nauclea and anitofolio. It's a very common plant, Nauclea and anitofolio. It's a very common plant. You know, this plant grows here in northern region of Ghana, which is Tamale, and it grows here, it grows here wildly, and it's very beneficial. This plant is one of the plants that I inherited. I inherited from my great grandmother. This plant is one of those plants I inherited that they have been using it for centuries. Please, if you are new on this channel, subscribe to the channel, share this video to friends and family, drop a comment below. Today's video we'll be talking about infertility for both sex. Maybe a woman is suffering from infertility. You have been suffering from that problem or blockage of the fallopian tube. You have been suffering from that problem for a very long time, and you know this plant. You know this plant. It bears this fruit that you see here. And look, come closer with the camera. The plant is growing here wildly. You can look at the plant. It's growing here wildly, and it bears this amazing fruit. But in today's talk about the roots for fertility for both men and for women, for fertility problem, maybe blocking of the fallopian tube as a man, or a man that is suffering from low sperm count. You have been suffering from that problem for a very long time. You know this plant is growing around your environment. We are going to show you a very simple therapy on how you are going to use the roots. You are going to get the roots, because this plant, you are going to get the roots to take care of both male fertility or for women fertility. You can look at the amazing plant now. So today's video, we are going to show you a very simple therapy on how you are going to get the roots of the plant to take care of male fertility. Not the least, we are coming out with more video. This is a part 1 on how to take care of both man and a woman fertility. I'll show you how you are going to come out with a therapy we call tincture to take care of that problem. If you are a man, maybe you are suffering from low sperm count, or that fertility problem is caused by maybe infection, poor infection that was poorly treated, or maybe your sperms is low, you want to boost your sperms, we are going to show you what to do with this plan. And then if you are a woman that the fallopian tube is blocked, or maybe it's just fertility problems, or maybe you need to clean your womb as a woman, we are going to show you what to do with this plan. You know, in African indigenous medicine and in African indigenous tradition, we know that if a woman gets married and the woman wants to survive in that marriage, once you enter into that marriage, when I was growing up, I was a growing boy, I was brought up by my great grandmother. What we actually do is that those women come to our houses, we cook them the root of this plant, they drink it for every morning for at least 7 days before they start meeting with their husbands, so that once they meet with their husbands, the pregnancy will come immediately without no doubt. But in today's culture and in today's tradition and in today's environment as African, we switch over to that. We doesn't think about that. We always go about fast life because we want to switch over to European and American culture. That's the reason why I take out my time today to deliver this lecture to talk about this planet, because it's amazing. When I talk about nature like this, I talk about things that grows around our environment like this. And because of the rainy season, this any weather, it can reduce drought, it can reduce bad weather. In a dry season, you come here, you realize that all the plants around have died off, and this plant will still resist because it gets water content, it stores water in the body. This plant contains anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, anti-malaria properties. It gets so many different properties. It contains vitamins as well. This plant, you see, we use the roots. If a man is suffering from fertility problem or a woman is suffering from fertility problem, you know about this plant. We don't use the leaf. We are coming out with more videos on how you can use the leaves and the seed inside the fruits to take care of stroke. Anybody that is suffering from stroke, mild stroke, we are going to show you, which is the part 2. We are coming out with the part 2 on how to use the leaves and the fruits, the seeds inside the mature fruit to take care of somebody that is suffering from stroke. But in today's video, if someone is suffering from fertility problem, maybe a man, a woman, and you know fertility problem, it can be caused by lifestyle. Maybe the kind of lifestyle you are living, maybe the kind of lifestyle you used to take drugs, you used to drink alcohol, all these things. It can cause you fertility problems. And maybe you have been suffering from infection for a very long time. It can cause you fertility problems. And maybe you have an old infection that was poorly treated. It can cause you fertility problem. And their diet as well. Maybe sometimes you don't eat food that the body needs, because we Africans, we're supposed to eat food that is designed on nature, because we were brought up in an environment. We were born in the forest. We are children of the forest. We know the value of the forest, what we eat there, and what makes us to survive. It was nature. That's the reason why I really take out my time to talk about this plant today, because in one of all the plants I have been talking about, this is one of the plants that I inherited. I inherited this plant. I know this plant from my birth. I know it when I was growing up. They were using it in different women. There were so many testimonies, so many babies around our house. My great grandmother was doing that work. Even me myself, that I'm standing here to deliver these lectures, I am a testimony, a living testimony of this plan. I'm a living testimony of this plan. I brought forth in this planet Earth because of this plan. You know, this plan have done so many amazing things. When I talk about this plan, I'm always happy because I'm a living testimony myself. Me myself, I'm a living testimony. So in today's video, once you can be able to get the roots of this plant, you know it usually grow because of the seed variety. Once one is growing here, another one will be growing here. You can look at another one here, you can look at another one there. So it's just growing wildly because of the seed variety. One of the seed mature for, and then when rain fall, then another one will regeminate. So you are going to uproot the plant. Once you uproot it, you get one handful of the roots. You get another one handful of the root, which is 2 handful of the root. You know, we are in Africa, we don't have kilo here to talk about grams and all that. So when you get a 2 handful of the roots of this plant for male fertility or women fertility, for female fertility, the both sex, you want to take care of that fertility problem in a both sex. What are you going to do? After getting the root, wash it to be clean. If you wash the roots to be clean, you are going to get a local pot for me. Once you get a local pot, then you put the root inside the local pot. See what you are going to do. You are not going to use maybe gas to boil it, or maybe you are not going to use stove to boil it. You have to use maybe charcoal pot, which is coal pot, or maybe use firewood, the local way of producing fire here in Africa. You are not going to use gas. So you are going to boil it for consecutive 3 hours. If you boil it for 3 hours, you are not going to remove it from the fire. You allow it there, remove the fire, let down the fire. You leave it there throughout the whole night, but make sure the one you are boiling contains 5 liters of water, because we need 5 liters of the extract of this plant, the extract of this root, the 5 liters of the extract of this. When you boil it, you will not just use directly the 5 liters I'm talking about, no, because you know when you are boiling it, when it is boiling, the vapor will go and then the mixing will reduce. So you are going to put at least 10 liters or 9 or 8 liters of water. When you put 8 or 10 liters of water, you boil it for that length of time, that 3 hours I talk about here. After boiling, it reduces out the fire. You allow it for the whole night to be there. Then in the morning, you get up and filter everything. Every morning, you warm it. You take at least 5 tablespoons in the morning, 5 tablespoons in the morning, 5 tablespoons in the afternoon, 5 tablespoons in the evening. You take it 3 times a day. 5 tablespoons in the morning, 5 tablespoons in the afternoon, 5 tablespoons. The spoon we used to eat rice, both man and a woman. That is how you are going to take it. Whether it is urinary tract infection that is disturbing you, whether blockage of the fallopian tube, whether infertility, whether a lifestyle, you have to change your lifestyle. If it is lifestyle, if it's your diet, you have to learn to eat more fruit, learn to eat vegetable, so that the minerals, the vitamins you need in the body will actually have the normal vitamin in it, and then this plant will do the work that it needs to do in your body, cleanse the system, detoxify the wombs, and clean out the bowels. And you are a man, maybe you are suffering from low sperm count, use the root of this plant, or fertility problem, or maybe any wound that is on your urinary tract. Use this plant to heal that wound just for 7 days. After 7 days, you have a good testimony. We African, we are blessed with plenty, but with hunger in the midst of plenty, and we have plenty around our environment. That's the reason why we take out this time to explain this plan to you. If you have any question, you are dropping it on our comment section. If you are new on this channel, please watch to the end of the video, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share to friends and family. This is Repam Africa, this is Repam Ghana. We are coming out with a part 2 on how to take care of stroke with the leaf and the seeds of the plant and the fruits of the plant. Stay tuned, guys.